Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and in this video I'll be taking a look at the AirMask for the iPhone 6 Plus. This comes courtesy of SwitchEasy, and if you are interested in getting this, you can get it for $29.99 from SwitchEasy.com. If you're interested in getting this from Amazon, you can get it from there as well. I would also like to thank SwitchEasy for sending these over to me for review. If you're unfamiliar with the AirMask, think of it as basically a molded skin for the iPhone 6 Plus. I have been using the white one, but I will be showing you installation of one of these other colors in a moment. This is a 0.35 millimeter thin skin, essentially, for the 6 Plus. There is an integrated screen protector. There is an issue with it that I will mention in a little while. For this video, I'll be taking a look at the orange model. And now let's take a quick look at the packaging. The AirMask weighs just 10 grams, and the installation is super easy. They claim it takes just a couple of seconds, but it takes a little bit longer than that. On the back, we do have some more features. It does say that it's just 0.3 millimeters thin, although their website says it's 0.35 millimeters thin. 360 degree protection, 14 grams, even though the front says it's 10. Okay, so it does also have an easy grip. This does have a 4-step application method. So let's go ahead and get into the packaging and take a look at the orange AirMask. Aside from the AirMask itself, you do get a couple of extras, mainly used for cleaning the screen. As you can see here, we have a wet wipe and a dry wipe, and we do have a more detailed installation guide. The installation process is pretty simple. First, we'll take the wet wipe and clean the display. It's also important to note that if you have a screen protector installed, you'll want to take that off because, again, the AirMask does have its own. So once you do that, you can now go ahead and clean your screen using the included wet wipe. After you do that, you can go ahead and dry off the screen using the included dry wipe. You can also use a microfiber cloth if you'd like, but you may need to use a piece of tape to get any pieces of debris off of the screen that might be there. The next step is to take the front piece of the AirMask and remove the protective film from it. There's a little tab here on the bottom left that allows you to do that. So now that that has been removed, you can go ahead and take your 6 Plus, or excuse me, rather the front of the AirMask, and put that above the top of your iPhone 6 Plus. The installation guide does mention that you want to make sure that the cutouts here are aligned with the buttons and the silent switch. Next, you'll want to use the wet wipe for the back of your phone this time, and also the dry wipe to dry everything off. Next, we have to take the back piece of the AirMask, remove the protective film from that, and then place it over the back of your 6 Plus. And now we can remove the front protector from the front of the AirMask, and the installation has been complete. Let's take a look at how the results look, starting with the the right side. There's just a minor gap between the two pieces, but otherwise this side's not too bad. The bottom isn't too bad either. The left side is pretty good as well, but once we get to the top, you can see that we do have some gaps between the two pieces here. It doesn't seem like these are going to get any better, so there's not a whole lot I can do there. And this is what I found most frustrating about the AirMask, is that it's really difficult to get the two pieces to align how they should. From what I've read online, I'm not the only one experiencing this. However, the results do look for the most part pretty good. So I went from a black iPhone 6 Plus to now an orange one. In fact, this kind of might be a 6C Plus if you think about it. The glossy material does help with grip quite a bit for me. Since we're on the back, let's take a look at the camera section here, because you see that we do have a little bit of a lip that keeps the camera lens protected from actually touching the surface. If we take a look at the front, you can see that we do have some cutouts for our sensors at the top of the device. For the home button, the alignment does seem perfect, which is nice. Towards the beginning of the video, I mentioned that there is an issue with the integrated screen protector, which is that there's actually a black outline around the screen protector, which does cover the usable area of your screen. In this instance, it's not really the most noticeable thing, but in other applications such as games that actually have text or graphics that are really close to the edge of the screen, the black outline does cover that. You may actually be able to see a gap between the screen protector as well as the orange portion of the front of the AirMask. So this seems to be most noticeable on the left side of the screen protector. Doesn't look like that's the case on the right, bottom, or the top. And if you're wondering, the AirMask is completely compatible with the numbers case by SwitchEasy. It's a little bit difficult to install a case over the AirMask because the case might actually catch a little bit of the gap and try to lift up the front of the AirMask. With a little bit of effort, you can actually get it to install, and this particular combo, the blue numbers and the orange AirMask, it actually doesn't look too bad. Everything seems to fit fairly well. Let me go ahead and try to put the integrated port covers on. There we go. So this is what the orange AirMask looks like on the blue SwitchEasy numbers. You see a little bit of the orange covering here for the back portion of the AirMask, but this actually doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty satisfied with this particular combo. And that's basically it with the AirMask. It's an interesting product, although I don't know if I can recommend this because there are ultra thin cases out there that do a better job at protecting the device, and it is easier to install. Ultimately, I would just end up going with a case that offers all-around protection because as thin as this is not going to help you with drops. It's only going to help you with scratching because this is fairly protective against that. But when it comes to drops, it's probably no different than having nothing installed on your phone at all. So given the price of the AirMask, I would probably just recommend going for a case or a different type of skin. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback about this or anything else, feel free to leave everything down below in the comments area. But that is it with the video, so thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.